Now for the things that I do want in a relationship. Here we go. Now on to the good stuff. Number one is a girl who is affectionate and, you know, passionate and stuff like that. Like I love, you know, I'm not gonna lie, man. I like, you know, cuddling and you know, like, you know, holding hands and doing all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, call me soft or whatever, you know. But like, when I got a girl, I'm all arms up on her and shit like that, kissing her up and shit like that. You know, I embrace that shit. Most girls that I interact with are already like that anyway. So, you know, but there have been the odd times when I go out with a girl and she didn't want to do any of that stuff, and there would be like this big gap in between us whenever we walked. Like I couldn't put my arm around her or nothing, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Kind of, what are we, friends? Are we, like, what is this space in between us? Like there's, you know, like people like walking past us and like walking right through us and shit like that. Like it wasn't like it was weird for me. I didn't like that. I didn't feel like we were really a couple. Number two, I need a girl who's like intelligent, like enough to hold a decent conversation and not just talk about mindless gibberish that I really don't care about. Like Jersey Shore, I don't find to be a intelligent conversation, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I mean that could be part of the conversation. Like if you saw something funny and like it relates to something, you can use Jersey Shore as an example. But at the same time, I don't expect you to talk about politics and like science and biology and all this shit, because I know nothing about any of that stuff. But just intelligent in the sense that you can like have a good, decent conversation, and like you're not a complete airhead. Number three, I need a girl who has a strong sexual appetite. Now, I guess this falls hand in hand with what I said I didn't want, which was a virgin or a girl who had lack of experience. Now, I want a girl who has a strong sexual appetite because I have a strong sexual appetite, and she doesn't have to be this crazy, wild, eccentric chick, but I mean, as long as our sexual appetites match, you know, and mesh well, then that's good. It makes the sex life more fun. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. Number four, a girl who takes care of her health. She needs to be in physical shape. Now, I mean, I'm not saying physical in the sense where you gotta have like rock hard abs. I mean, you gotta look healthy. Look good, man. Like, care about your body, you know what I mean? Like, I still, like, I don't have like the best body in the world, but I still like to work out and keep in shape and keep fit, you know what I mean? And like, I don't eat excessively healthy, but I'm a little bit more, now that I'm older, I'm a little bit more cautious about what I eat, because this is the time when I have to really focus on that stuff. Now, I'm still young, right? But at the same time, like, you know, I've noticed changes in my body, like my metabolism's starting to slow down, so, you know, I really gotta be worried about what I eat. You know, before I could eat something like some really fattening food, you know, go and take a shit, and then I would have like rock hard abs and shit. Now it's kind of like, you know, if I eat something really crazy, like I get the flabs, man. I like a girl who's cautious about that too, just not eating like burgers, McDonald's out every day and shit like that, because that shit will catch up with you. Trust me on that. Trust me. Number five, you have to be cool with my boys. If you can't get down with my boys, then it's kind of like a diss to me. They kind of represent who I am in a sense, you know what I mean? So you have to get along with my boys. Otherwise a relationship can't work. So that's a definite must. And same thing with my boys too, man. I mean, my boys have to respect you and like you and everything like that. You guys, I would just hope that you guys get along. Number six, you have to have a sense of humor, man. I mean, I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh, even though I don't really find myself all that funny. If I tell a joke, you better laugh, or I'll cut you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like I just want a girl who has a sense of humor. Because sometimes, like I wouldn't say that I'm funny, but like I'll just do stupid stuff. I'm like goofy, like, you know, like I'll do weird, quirky, whatever. I remember dating this one girl, and I used to do shit like that, and it wasn't like immature stuff, but it was just like, I like to have fun. I like to poke fun at stuff and not take life so serious all the time, you know what I mean? And she wasn't having it at all. Like, I couldn't get her to laugh, and I mean, it got to the point where she would like force laugh, and that kind of sucked, because I was like, shit, that's really ego shattering, man. Like, knowing that you can't even make the girl that you're dating laugh. So it was a bit of a slap to the face. So you know, I understand that not everyone's gonna find you funny or anything like that, but you know, if you're all like serious and you're just like your way of life is just to live all strict and, you know, proper and all this stuff, then I don't really want to get with you, because then you're boring, you're whack. Like, if I can find a girl who can like make me laugh, that's money right there, because I haven't met a lot of girls who can actually like have me in stitches laughing. Like, it's rarely happened. I like, you know, so to have that, or just to have a girl who I can have fun with and joke with and stuff like that and just have a good time with, is amazing, to be honest. So that's what I'm looking for. Number 7, I need a girl who is capable of good communication. Now, I've been preaching this a lot lately because of that debate that me and Iceman had with trust versus communication. And I think communication is the most important thing, and I still stand by that. Communication is definitely key, because, I mean, if you have an issue with me and you can't communicate that with me, then we're going to see problems in the relationship really fast. Number 10, a girl who is very nurturing. You know what I mean? I think this is one of those things that goes without saying. I remember one time where we were at my boys' party, and I was drinking on an empty stomach, and you know, I had that bravado. I was trying to act all hard and stuff like that, trying to impress my girl and whatnot. Definitely don't drink when you're on an empty stomach, because that's probably the stupidest thing you'll ever do in your life. And I did that, and let's just say I went upstairs. I missed the remainder of the party basically, and I'm there on the toilet and I'm trying to fight back the vomit, because I could feel it just bubbling, like it's like formulating into puke in my stomach, and I can feel my stomach turning and doing jumping jacks and shit. You know when you start to throw, like when you feel like you're about to throw up, your breathing gets really heavy and you're like trying to fight it, you're like and I was gone for at least 45 minutes to an hour, right? And my girl at that time, she eventually came up, and I was in the bathroom, but I locked the bathroom. And what she did was, this chick kept knocking on the door, and obviously I was in no state to get up, let alone open the door. So I just told her, I'm fine, I'm cool, just go back downstairs or whatever. And this girl took a pen, like picked the lock of my boy's bathroom, broke into the bathroom, and saw me pass out on the ground, like near death, and pretty much laid with me and just like took care of me, just watched me puke away my life, and just patted my back, got me some water, and just stayed with me. I even threw up on her, and she still stayed with me and shit. And then I remember that later on that night, like she had to leave because she had school the next day, and she wrote me a little note, and she on a napkin, and then she bundled it up and put it in my pocket, and then sent me a text telling me to check my pockets in the morning when I feel better. That's something that I want. Like, after you experience that shit, that's something that you like, yeah, gotta add it to the list. I need a girl who will nurture me and shit. You know what I mean? So it's a good feeling. I definitely would love to have that again. Number 11, shares similar interests. Now, you know, there's this saying that opposites attract. I don't really buy into that all that much. I mean, you could have certain things that, certain differences and stuff, but in terms of being completely opposite, if everything is so different about you guys, I don't really see it working, at least in my opinion. Like, some people will argue and say the opposites do attract, and like, you know, it's you guys with that kind of relationship, it opens you up to a different set of experience. But for me, I want a girl who has similar taste in me. Like, we don't have to be exactly the same, but I mean, if she likes action movies and I like action movies, or I like comic books and she likes comic books, then that's dope, because, you know, like, we have something to talk about. Now, you know, like I said, not everything has to be exactly the same, because then it gets boring, because it's like, oh, you like Batman, I like Batman, let's talk about Batman for 3 hours. Like, eventually it's gonna get boring. But I mean, if it's a case where it's like, I like Batman, but she likes Superman, and I apologize for using comic analogies, but just bear with me. But if I like Batman and she likes Superman, then we could talk, like, we have like similar interests, but just different dynamics in a way, because, you know, she likes Superman. Number 12, someone who's artistic, obviously. I'm in the film industry. Like, ever since I was little, I wasn't really into sports. I was never really good in school. But one thing I was always good at, it was art. You know, I used to draw back in the day, not so much anymore. After that, I got into dancing, and then now I'm into films. The arts have always been included in my life in some form or another. So again, I would love to have a girl who is into the arts, whether it could be drawing, she could be a singer, she could be a dancer, anything to do with arts, because I think we would relate a little bit more so than a girl who's into sports, because I know nothing about sports, sadly. So I mean, I don't know, I'm not saying that those kind of relationships are impossible. I'm just saying that for me, I would prefer a girl who's like into the arts or something like that, just so we have a little bit more to relate to. Number 13, a woman with confidence. I find confidence to be one of the sexiest things about a female. She doesn't need validation all the time to tell her that she's like the shit or that she's sexy and stuff like that, but she doesn't flaunt it in a way where it's like it's too much, like it's like where it's overbearing, where it's in your face. Especially confident in the bedroom, god damn, like she just take you and like throw you on the bed and just, you know, just tell you where she wants it and shit. Oh, I love that. Woo! I had a moment. And the last point, for now anyway, I'll probably add more to this later because I'm sure there's a lot more. But a girl with a strong, positive attitude. What I mean by this is I've run into a lot of females who they're just so down about life. They're just like, fuck life, and you know, I hate this life, and they're all just straight downers. Honestly, everyone has their bad days where like sometimes I wake up, like the first thing in the morning, I wake up and I'm just like, fuck, this day sucks. And my day hasn't even started yet. Like you just get into those ruts where you wake up and you know that your day is going to be bad. But if this is something that happens on a consistent basis where something is wrong with you and like you're just always just upset and you just hate life and shit, like, to be honest, there's not much I can provide for you. I can't really be there for you, like, because then I feel as though I have to like cater to your every need all the time and stuff like that, and it takes away from stuff that I gotta do. Because if you're there, you're all sad and depressed, and you're gonna make me all sad and depressed because I can't be, you know, flaunting my joy and happiness in your face when you're all fucked up and shit, you know, like it's not a really attractive trait. And so I just like a girl with a positive attitude, like, you know, a girl who just has a positive outlook on life. Like she sees the glass is like half full, as the saying goes. Yeah, I know this video is probably gonna be crazy long, so for those of you guys who actually stuck through it and watched the entire thing, I want to thank you. I really enjoy doing these vlogs for you guys, and to the 17 people who actually watch them, I appreciate it. I thank you guys for subscribing and leaving your little comments and stuff like that. So with that being said, let me know what's on your list. Give me 5 or 14, however many you want to add. You know, if you want to do it in a video response, that's even better, because not a lot of people like to read, although I read all your comments anyway. So yeah, leave me either a video response or a comment down below letting me know what is on your list of stuff that you want in a man or a woman, and the stuff that you don't want in a man or a woman. And yeah, I'm your boy Tactics. Of course, this is just my vlog channel. You can click here to check out my main channel, which has a lot of great stuff. You know, if I do say so myself, you know, have a lot of good videos on there. And yeah, thanks for all the love and support as always. And new vlogs will be coming out soon. New videos on the main channel. And I'm also trying to get that Gary channel popping off too, except I don't really know what I'm going to do with the Gary channel as of yet. I'm still kind of circling through ideas. This video is long enough. Why am I even talking about this shit right now? I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.